last year I was so down bad that my New Year's resolution was to get a girlfriend. So I got Tinder. And also, if you get offended by anything that I say in this video, watch the video till the end. And then if you still have that opinion, then feel free to, comment whatever the fuck you want. But anyways, yo, it's a Jay. So like I said, last year I was really desperate to get a girl. I was 19, virgin, never held hands with a girl, never kissed, never did any of that shit, right? And was like, instead of engineering fucking me, I need some girls to do that. Like, come on, right? Like, I'm wasting my prime horny years, you know what I mean? So that's why I got Tinder. So let's define what an incel is. So an incel is basically a person that wants to get laid but can't, and they also kind of hate women. Now, am I an incel? Well, I don't know. I mean, technically, I guess because I wanted to get laid, but I couldn't. So I guess technically, although I only tried online, and I feel like my chances would be much better in person. And I don't hate women, but when I see things like the Japanese guy that dated 35 different women for 35 birthday gifts, I'm like, yo, that's my fucking guy right there. Yo, let's fucking go, Scam them women, yo, let's fucking go. So how did Tinder, dating apps, and just online dating in general ended up making me like guys that scam women? Well, let's start with how dating apps are a business. And the whole point of a business is to make money. And dating apps make money by selling premium subscriptions, services, and like other stuff. And another important thing for dating apps is active users. The more active users, the more variety, the more people you can actually talk with. Because if it's like 2 people on the fucking app, then you don't like both of them, well, that's it, right? So dating apps are actually incentivized to not help you find love. Because if you found love, well, that's an active user gone, and that means you're definitely not gonna buy a premium. So now let's talk about my experience with dating apps. So I first got Tinder, then I got like Bumble, Match, Hinge, fucking whatever, OkCupid, a whole bunch of like dating apps. Like trust me, I was really, really fucking desperate. So I downloaded, deleted, reinstalled Tinder a bunch of times. And how Tinder would work for me, right, is I'm not the sexiest guy, I'm not. And also I took bad pictures, so it was just a really bad combination. And the way it worked was on the first day I would get like a couple of matches, like 1 or 2, 3, 4 even sometimes, right? And after the first date, I would just not get any matches. And I deleted, downloaded, and like the same shit happens. I'd get a couple of matches the first day, but after that, 0. And they do this so you get desperate enough to actually buy the premiums. And I'm pretty sure for girls it's not like this at all, because guys outnumber girls 9-1 on Tinder. So I'm pretty sure most girls do get shown like all the time, otherwise, that wouldn't really work. They're already outnumbered like crazy. And on Tinder for guys, there's like a different class for like best guys, right? And I probably didn't classify as that, right? So that's why I didn't get any matches after that. Or at least that's what I like to tell to myself, right? Remember, I don't know shit about fucking Tinder. I'm just fucking like hypothesizing, right? But when I was catfishing people for YouTube, right? You can go check those videos out. I was usually getting like at least a match a day or 2, like 1 or 2 matches a day. And that was like a really, really hot guy, right? So if he only got 1 or 2 matches a day, it's just like, how fucking hard would it be for me, right? And I learned these things. I didn't know them like at the start, right? So this shit just shits on your self-esteem, your confidence, all that. It's just like, how can you, it's like, because I was like swiping on so many women and like no one was swiping back. And I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, am I just that fucking ugly? Am I just that whatever? Right? And that shit fucking hurts. And at that point, I still didn't know that, Tinder literally worked against you, right? I don't know why I didn't know it, but I didn't. So I was just like, what the fuck? So I was kind of like building a little hatred towards women, because I was just like, what the fuck? Like, they're not like, why are they like swiping back? Why aren't they doing all that, right? But you can't even blame them for that, because the app doesn't even show you to them. And another interesting thing that I did once was, so I was like going to delete Tinder, like I reinstalled it after, right? But this time it was my first time deleting it. And my friends was like, yo, just, what? Like, why don't you like try it on for like guys, right? So what we did, we switched the preference to guys, and I matched with like 10 guys overnight. Like I haven't even matched like with 10 girls, like for probably like a month or whatever, how long I was using that, right? And I was just like, what the fuck, right? And after a while, we were kind of like just trolling him. But then after, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gay. I was just like fucking around and shit. And then I was like, yo, you cute though, right? Because I had to like, I couldn't be a dick about it, right? Because I'm not a fucking girl, But we'll get to that. But after doing this, right, since I got 10 matches, I guess I was classified as like the best guys or whatever, like in that, because I got like a couple of matches with girls after. And this is when I kind of realized that, they literally just want you to buy premiums. But still, I didn't fully understand that they just wanted money, right? And this was because, my self-esteem, confidence, and all that shit was fucking down. Like this shit destroyed it, right? And also, girls, well, they definitely didn't help. And what I mean by that is, like, girls are kind of dicks on dating apps. Like, I just never got responses. I got ghosted. I got unmatched. Like, I got so much, like without any warning, without nothing, right? Because for me, like when I first started using dating apps and shit, right? And I never really had that much experience with dating and shit in general, right? The whole virgin thing. But like I'm a type of person that's like, where you text me, I'm gonna text you back, right? Like I've never ghosted anyone in my life. Well, there was this one person, but that's a story for another day. But like besides that one person, I never ghosted anyone in my life, right? Like that guy was being annoying. I told him to like, yo, shut the fuck up and shit. But like, nah, he didn't, right? But like I'm like straightforward, I'm honest, right? Like when someone says shit, if I don't like it or whatever, I try to be honest anyways, right? Like sometimes you can't. So for me, it's just like when girls just wouldn't respond to me, I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like I thought that was human decency, right? Like so I was like, yo, what the fuck? And like that's where my hostile like feelings actually started. Because I was just like, it's not that hard to fucking respond. Like it's pretty easy, like I do that all the time. Like, if you're not interested in me, just say that. Why are you just not responding? Because, like, I would do that. I would respond back and say, like, nah, I'm not interested because I'm that kind of person. And I was kind of just looking at it from my perspective. And also, I'm not, like, that much of a texter. So, people aren't always constantly texting me because I don't really text people. But also, I just never really thought of it from the girl side, right? I never thought of, like, how they probably have to deal with countless number of guys. Or maybe they just have, like, 100 matches. So, there's no way they can actually respond to all 100 of them or some shit. And I was using these couple of girls that, I matched with or whatever to like kind of represent the whole gender. Instead of just realizing that just these girls were like dicks or, whatever. I just assumed like all girls are like, man, fuck him, like all that shit. I'm not just talking about like, not giving me responses and shit. I'm also just talking about like the actual like girls just ghosting me like after like having a decent amount of conversation and stuff. That shit fucking hurts. Like I get easily attached and I realize now that like online dating is definitely not for me, right? But I got easily attached and these girls literally like after just having like a decent amount of conversation just ghost me out of nowhere. So this person that I kind of like just fucking ghosted me out of nowhere. I was just like, what the fuck? Like that shit hurts. So I kind of like put this like all this resentment towards all women. And the reason why I think girls can act like this is because they have so many options. There's 9-to-1 guys to girls on Tinder. So you're competing with 8 other guys for one girl. So if you say one boring thing, right, and she's just like, fuck it, I lose interest, and boom, you're done. Ghosted, you're gone, right? It's just, they have so many fucking options. Like in business terms, the supply is low and the demand is high, right? So what does that mean? The worth is inflated. And as harsh as it sounds, like they probably don't even treat us as like humans, or they don't like see the need to show human decency. Again, this is just all purely hypothetical bullshit. Like none of this is proven by fact or anything. It's just like my feelings and all that, right? And obviously not all girls are like this or that or anything, right? And maybe texting back isn't really like human decency as I thought. Maybe it's just, it is what it is, right? Like you don't have to do it. Like I guess that's just normal. So like these things all kind of came together and like made me low-key hate women. Like obviously I never hated women. Even then I didn't hate women. But like, like I said, whenever I see any like guys get some dubs over some women, I'm like, yeah, that's my fucking guy, right? But like one last thing I want to say is just like, the problem was I felt entitled to a response, right? I was like, oh, they need to fucking respond to me. Yo, why don't they respond to me? If they don't respond to me, they're fucking dicks, right? But the thing is, they don't owe me shit, right? They don't need to respond to me. They don't need to do anything, right? So, like, from me, I was just like, oh, they need to fucking respond to me. And I was just kind of like harboring all these feelings for no fucking reason. It's just like, they don't need to respond to me. They don't need to fucking like me. They don't need to think I'm hot. They don't need to do anything, right? Like, they're free to do whatever the fuck they want. And even if they ghost me and shit, they're free to do that. That is a kind of a dick move, ghosting, but like not responding on the first like reply, that's not really like dickish. Although like I would probably respond back, but you know, that's just for me, and like I don't know how it is to be a girl and all that, right? And also all the gay dudes responded, so but seriously, it's just like, I don't know, man. Dating, online dating, man, I would probably not really recommend it to people, especially if you're not super fucking attractive, right? But even if you are super attractive, like, man, it's fucking toxic and just really just derivative, and all it is just fucking about appearance and all that, right? And it's a bad place, honestly, right? But hey, if you found your fucking like true love on it or some shit, man, like shout out to you, man, you know? But yeah, that was how Tinder almost turned me into an incel. And I hope you guys actually enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please drop a like. Please subscribe for more fucking content. Comment down anything, you know, whether you agree with any of the shit I said. Feel free. I'll probably respond. And thank you for watching. Peace. Psych, I hate all women. What?